All right, so another question I seem to come across a lot is as it pertains to the pitcher-catcher relationship. How do I build confidence in my pitcher? I think this is, a very detailed question. It's a very tough question to answer because you're dealing with another person, right? You're not dealing with a pitcher. You're dealing with a teammate. You're dealing with a fellow human being out there with us, trying to compete at the same time to win a game. And those people out there on the mound, they're people too. And as a catcher, we need to realize that. So I would say the very first thing that I would do as it pertains to building confidence as my pitcher is to get to know them on a personal level. I think especially if you're on a high school team or if you're on a travel team that maybe plays a summer league where you're playing consecutive games with the same group of players, and if that provides you an opportunity to get to know them as a person and as a player, what drives them, what makes them want to be good. Are they competitive, or maybe they a little bit more soft-spoken? Are they outgoing? What do they like? What kind of person are they? I think that's what makes a big separation between good catchers, especially at a young age, and not so good catchers, is the interest in wanting to see your pitchers succeed as well. Because us catchers have a lot to do with that. Our pitch framing or pitch calling is a lot to do with how the pitcher performs, and I liken it to like a dance. You can't take two left feet at the same time. You have to be moving together in synchronized moves in order to create a nice harmonious relationship between the two people. So I would say to build confidence into your pitcher, I would say the most important thing is to be there for him or her, to be there for him or her. If they need to throw a side session or a bullpen, be available. If they seem that their body language may be slouching a little bit, they've just thrown six balls in a row, let's go out to the mound. We'll take a little trip out to the mound. We'll call a timeout. We'll slow the game down because it gets lonely on the mound. You got the ball in your hands. Everyone is watching you. The game cannot start until the pitcher makes a move. That can cause a lot of pressure out there, especially for a young kid. And it's our job as the catcher to be that soft voice, to be that nurturing voice to where things, when they may be getting out of control, how do we bring them back in? How do we bring our pitcher's focus back onto my mitt as opposed to all the different things, all the ambient data that might be going out there that he's taking in? So for me, I think it's important to just, in order for your pitcher to be confident, you must be confident. Even if you're 0 for 4 at the plate with 4 strikeouts, your job is not over because you are responsible for that pitcher's success. So the onus needs to become on you, on the catcher. Am I going to take my bad attitude? Maybe I had a bad day, but I'm a part of a team. I'm a part of something bigger than myself. I need to go back behind the plate and make sure that I am confident, make sure that I'm steady for my pitcher as well, because maybe he's not having a bad day. And if I allow my bad day to make his day worse, then I've really affected my team in a negative way. And that's not what the catcher position is about. It takes a lot of selflessness to be able to do that because it's going to be tough. There's going to be days where you're 0 for 3, 0 for 4. It's not a great day at the plate, but your job isn't going to be over until the last out is called. So when we're on defense, we need to be on defense. So that's another thing I would say is our pitcher can't be confident unless I'm confident. There's been plenty of times out there where I've had to fake it. Maybe I haven't gotten a hit in 3 or 4 games, but I have to fake it every single time I go out there. Just so my pitcher can be comfortable. And when I say fake it, I don't mean in not a non-genuine way. I mean do my best to exude confidence for my pitcher there, because when I'm confident, he's going to feel better. He's going to be more assured in the pitches I'm calling, or he'll be more, likely to say yes or no to certain things that I want to do. So I think that by me being confident, that will bleed out to my pitcher, and then from there the rest of the team. Because like I said, at the end of the day, you are the quarterback on the field. You're the coach on the field. It's your position to lead the team. And I just think that attitude of selflessness and team first attitude is really important for the catcher's position, because if you have someone who's the contrary to that, who is all about himself or herself and doesn't really care much about the team will suffer. The team will not be as successful because the catcher, doesn't have his or her priorities straight. So for me, the pitcher-catcher relationship is where every strong winning team is built. Every great team that I've been on, championship teams, successful teams, really great College World Series teams, at its core, the pitcher and catcher relationship is what really excelled the team. There wasn't, that doesn't mean it's always going to be happy and go lucky and there's not going to be arguments. Of course there will be. You're playing a sport. Competition brings the best and brings the best out of everybody. So sometimes our heads are going to clash, but at the end of the day, that relationship is what's going to help a team really take that next step from being, a good solid team to being a championship level team. And if we know that as a catcher, that gives us a little bit of, solace knowing that I have a strong, important role to play on this team. And as long as I can execute my role, perfectly, it's going to make so many other people better. And I think that's what sports and team is all about, is how can I help, other people enjoy themselves and other people win? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.